So today we are super excited because, well, if you've been doing keto or low carb eating, you'll know how hard it is to actually find a place that you can eat at.
And this is Mr. Keto. I'm the owner. Hi, how you doing? Welcome.
Thank you.
We're at a keto restaurant.
So we are super excited because today we are going to a keto restaurant here in London, and this is exciting for us because usually when we go to any restaurant, it's very restrictive. We can only pick, a couple of things, but today we can pick anything off the menu. So we've seen some of the things in the window, some of the treats and some of the bread rolls and things like that. So
it's really good.
Yeah, it looks really great, and the best part is it's all keto.
Let's go.
Keto Restaurant is in Hammersmith, London, and as you arrive, there's a display of wonderful and tempting keto-friendly treats that are available to eat in the restaurant or to take away. Now, the restaurant itself is not huge, but there's plenty of space to eat, even factoring in like social distancing at the moment.
So the owners, Mr. Keto and his wife, Lisa, have lived in many countries, but for this restaurant, they have actually drawn on inspiration from their 3 years of living in Bali, and this is very much reflected in the restaurant's decor.
Lush greens everywhere.
Yes, lovely. And even the way that the restaurant is set out, they've got nice little cozy, beautiful booths towards the back of the restaurant where small groups can gather as well. So it's really nice, and I would imagine that at night this would be absolutely stunning.
Now, the kitchen is small, but it's visible from the restaurant, which is interesting to see. And there's a big TV there, and we'll actually talk about that a little bit later. There's a bar, like it's a restaurant, so they serve alcohol, and they've got a whole range of low carb or keto friendly beers, hard seltzers, wines, spirits, and even some low carb fizzy drink options. And that's what we ended up going for, and we'll show you that in a sec as well.
So we sat towards the front of the restaurant. So our booth was actually really nicely situated. We had a great view of all the beautiful cakes that were calling out to us. And knowing that they were all keto friendly was really challenging too.
Now, the menu is actually they had a lot on the menu. It's quite varied, lots of options. Everything from like a keto breakfast. There were some keto Thai dishes, and they looked really good. I was tempted for that, but we had asked them what their most popular items were, and they said the pizzas and the burgers. So that's where we went. We started off with some low-carb fizzy drinks, though. So Lisa had a pineapple spring water. That whole can there, 1/3 of a gram of carbs for the whole can. 1/3 of a gram carbs. And then I had a green collar. I had not heard of this brand before. I will be looking them up again. There is 1/3 of a gram of carbs in this can as well. And I used to drink a lot of a certain cola drink before keto. So I actually really enjoyed having something like this. It was really, really cool. And I mean, look at this guy. He's all serious and stuff. It looks like he's thinking really deep here. But I actually really enjoyed this. It was so good.
You did, yes. Then we were on to the mains. So this was the main event. So I had the pepperoni pizza, and Sean had the chicken schnitzel burger. So we really wanted to try their keto buns. We were really excited about that. We also wanted to see what the coating was like on the chicken schnitzel as well. Yeah. I had the pizza, so it did have a cauliflower base, and that was really delish actually, and it had loads of cheese on it, and I always love pepperoni, so that was like, I loved it. But you couldn't actually pick up the slice of pizza. The cauliflower base is actually quite thin still, so you did need to use a knife and fork. But the crust, it did have a nice crunchy edge, so that still gave a nice crunch to it.
And I had the burger, and the burger came with a bunch of sides. So we tried the Swede chips first, and they were really good, actually. Swede's not a veggie that you can actually make crispy like potato fries, and we knew that, so that wasn't a problem. But they were hand-cut and skin-on, and they were really nicely roasted, and just a little bit of seasoning on it. That was great. The salad was really nice and fresh, actually. There was some shredded lettuce, cucumber, there was dill, and that was really nice. Some fried onions for crunch, and it was really, really good. But this burger was really good. This was so good, right? The buns were really nice and fluffy, a little bit chewy, topped with toasted linseeds, and they were really good to have a burger on. And the chicken batter, The batter, obviously, it wasn't like a crumb or anything like that, but the texture was more like you'd find on the fish, in fish and chips, sort of a tempura batter. And overall, we really enjoyed both of these.
Very much.
So while we're eating here, I'll just mention that before we actually ate, we had a chat with the owner, Mr. Keto, and it was actually really interesting to find about what they're doing there. And we got to talk keto and health and ingredients and about the community that they're building. Like, for example, their bread is baked on site every morning using like high quality ingredients, and they do that every day. So that bread roll was fresh that day, and they were saying that some people have said that their prices are a little high, but when you look at the quality of the ingredients and what they've got in there, so like, you know, the psyllium husk, that's not a cheap thing, and that's in their bread, and when you look at the quality of the ingredients, it's probably not too bad.
Yeah, that's right. So their prices are not too out of the norm for London prices. They are more expensive than your cheaper low keto fast food outlets, but for the quality of food that you're getting, it is absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
Another feature of the restaurant that we thought was really impressive, you would have seen in earlier footage, there was a TV at the bar, and this is their way of being able to play videos to help educate people who are dining in about keto, and it's also great how their team are available to help answer any questions that people may have.
And the little kitchen, we talked about that as well, and we showed you some pictures of it. And what's really cool about that is that they're able to, people who are new to keto or might be doing keto for medical reasons like diabetes, that sort of thing, people can go in there and they can actually see how this food's being cooked, and that sort of thing can actually be a real boost when you're just starting out on your keto journey.
All right, so dessert. This is what we're waiting for. It's been in the window, like screaming at us all this time. So we were really excited about dessert. And the good part was that there was a lot of varieties. There was a lot of choice when it came to the various cakes that they had on their menu. And again, we asked them what their top sellers were. So that's what we went with. They were the Nutella Cake and also the Keto Burnt Cheesecake.
And the quality of these desserts were really good. So I had the Nutella Cake to start off with. So it was an almond flour based sort of cake. And so it was quite firm, and we're sort of used to that being on keto, that sort of almond cake. The fluffy buttercream was really nice. It was like chocolatey, and it had little bits of crunch from the hazelnuts. So in the end, it actually being... Obviously, it wasn't Nutella, but it actually got pretty close to the taste. They use a blend of stevia and erythritol, and you could taste sweetness, and there was a little bit of a stevia aftertaste, but nothing too bad.
And I had the burnt cheesecake. Now, it was really, really delicious, actually. It was really thick and dense. It was clearly a baked cheesecake. It did not have a base to it, but it did have they did put a bit of a chocolate sauce drizzle on top. Like Sean's cake, it did have a little bit of a stevia aftertaste as well, but it was still really delish.
Yeah, and one of the things we learned about these cakes from our chat with the owner was that they actually used to buy cakes externally, but the baker changed the quality of ingredients they were using. Now, this seems to be really important to them, that the ingredients that they're using are high quality. So they ended up bringing the cake making in-house and doing it themselves, just so they know that it is good stuff going into them.
Yeah, and that's really good, isn't it? Knowing that your dessert is really made of the best ingredients available, really. So, but overall, we really enjoyed our desserts, and we did want seconds based on the taste, but these were so filling. There was no way we could fit another one in, but it was so good.
So we have just had a wonderful experience at the Keto Restaurant, and yeah, food was amazing. We had fairly high expectations, and I would say they well and truly exceeded the food expectations, but I have to say they actually exceeded expectation in other areas that I actually did not expect.
Yeah, it was really cool. So when we were there, the owner and the chef, Mr. Keto, he took the time to come and talk to us, and it was really cool learning about, the restaurant's close to a hospital, and so there are people with health issues that come in to learn about how to eat keto, and they have like a community there, and people come and they talk keto to the table next to them and swap phone numbers and that sort of thing. So it was really cool to hear about all this sort of community building they're doing around healthy food and the ketogenic lifestyle.
Yeah, and they also have a TV in there that's sort of just playing some
That's right.
clips on what keto is and how healthy eating, how keto helps, I guess, healthy living, and so it's really cool how they really set themselves apart, not just being keto, but also community, educating, and I tell you what, I can't wait to go back. I really can't wait.
So I don't think we need we've got to ask the question, do we recommend this place? Do we recommend this restaurant that people go there?
I do think we do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you can get there. They were saying that they've had people come from Spain. If you're in Spain and you're watching this, it's probably a bit of a trek. But if you're in the London area and you eat keto and you're looking for a place where you can just go and order what's on the menu without having to worry about whether it is keto or not, this is the place to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And even when we left, we still wanted to buy goodies. So we are about to have a giant caramel cookies. So we're going to try one of those right now and just to enjoy another treat from them. But you know what? They do have a section where you can walk in and buy bread rolls and things like that, which is...
We bought some bread rolls as well to take home with us. It's really cool. Oh. So we've just cracked open the biscuit, and this is not what we were expecting at a caramel biscuit.
So
it's actually got a big fat wad of caramel on the inside of it.
For that
it's
to
not
come in
focusing
focus.
It's focusing on my face. So it's got a big fat
it's all
patch of
like
caramel on the inside
caramel,
of it.
gooey. Actually, this side might show it better. So that looks amazing. Sorry, I'm going to try this so you miss out. How rude. But as I take it out, that is like...
Terrible, you wouldn't like it, give it to me.
Oh my gosh. Even the cookies. That is a nice gooey caramel. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. No. So, seriously, you know what? Even if you're not into keto, I would say you would still enjoy it. But definitely, if you're keto and trying to find, this is in danger, I can see. if you're doing keto and you're looking for a really nice keto restaurant, I think there's very few in the world. So yeah, if you're in England or in the UK, or in London, make sure you get there and check it out. It will absolutely be worth it.
So we hope you've enjoyed that, and we hope that it's been helpful to you guys. Go and support these. Hey, follow them there on their social media. Their Instagram account is keto.restaurant.bar. So if you're on the gram, go and have a look at them. Other than that, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.